see how we can derive the structure of glucose is a C6H12O6. And how can you say the number of carbon is 6, number of oxygen is 6, and number of hydrogen is 12? And how you can say that is arranged in a linear way, and it is present in the Harvard structure? So how we can, or uh, what is the possibility of explanation that and all? Its entire thing will comes under in your structure of glucose. So here we are saying the glucose is an aldohexose. Aldohexose means aldehyde present in hexane. Hexane means six carbons are arranging, so that contain CHO as an aldehyde group. That is seems to be as aldohexose. And in other way, it can be called as it can be said it as dextrose. Dextrose means it will rotate towards your clockwise direction, towards from your right side it will rotate. That is your dextrose. So now we need to think about this. So that is how we can explain the glucose containing six carbon. How we can explain? So it's a monomeric unit of starch. Yes, of course, it's right. It's a monomer. Yes, of course, it doesn't get hydrolyzed further. Okay, it doesn't get hydrolyzed further. So that is monomer. So that monomer is that monomer of your starch is an polysaccharide, glycogen that's also polysaccharide, cellulose that's also polysaccharide. So the monomeric units of this all polysaccharides is your glucose. It's a major component of your polysaccharides. Okay, then on prolonged heating with, this is the first method how we can say, or how, what is the possibilities of having the six carbon in a chain. So that will give you an idea about this equation. Okay, so now on prolonged heating with HI means hydrogen iodide. So when we are heating an hydrogen in a glucose, okay, when we are eating a glucose with your hydrogen iodide, we'll get the N-hexane. What do you mean by N-hexane? The number of arrangements in N numbers. So that is N-hexane means six carbons are arranged in a linear way. N for the single bonds. When the glucose, okay, C6H12O6 glucose is react with your hydrogen iodide HI, it will gives you an N-hexane, that is a linear chain of your carbon which containing single bonds. It suggests that all the six carbons are linked in the straight line. It means to say whenever, so what happened? It will be a simple way. So how we can say it here? So just see my cursor. Here the carbons, okay? Carbons are arranged one next to other. So we don't know that. We need to think about it. How the carbons are arranging in your glucose molecule. Okay. So when we are supplying and okay, when we are uh, passing an hydrogen iodide to the solution containing glucose. Okay, the solution containing glucose, what happens? The glucose containing carbon will receive the hydrogen. Okay, the glucose containing carbon will receive your hydrogen, and it will make, okay, from the can you see my screen? Other something is blocking it. Okay, Nikhil. Happy Independence Day. Okay. That's the thing. So when it receives the hydrogen, it will become a linear chain. So it will become a linear chain that will gives you. So you are getting confused, I think so. Now, whenever you are passing hydrogen added to the glucose, yes, ma'am, you are saying the hydrogen has been received. Fine. But how can we know hexane will form? That is to N-hexane, you are saying. That is, how can we know that? But we can't see chemicals, right? So how can you say it's a formation of hexane? N-hexane. Yes, this is a good question. Actually, how we can explain this means by the supplying of how many hydrogens to the carbon. So anyway, we don't know how the glucose has been arranged, but we have one thing, we can find out the unknowing thing by the regulation of your knowing things, right? So by the supply of hydrogen added in a limited amount, by counting their number, we can say how many hydrogens has been attached, that many carbons are present. Are you getting my point? Suppose, write one thing on your papers. So suppose you have CH3, okay? Write on your paper. That is the glucose is write the open chain structure of your glucose: CHO, CHOH, 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 CHOOH, CH2OH, right? So you just start removing OH and start adding hydrogen. You just please count down how many hydrogen you can add. Okay, from the first means it having aldehyde CHO group. Just remove OH and add hydrogen. So to satisfy the valency of your carbon, it required four, but already one is attached. So how many you required? Three hydrogen. Okay, so you are supplying three hydrogen for the first carbon. Okay, second carbon you are removing OH and you are adding already one, two. Uh, Two valencies are satisfied with your adjacent carbons and one with your already existing hydrogen. So we require to add only one hydrogen. So same as for your third carbon, fourth carbon, and as well as fifth carbon. But when you are seeing in the sixth carbon, OH has been removed by the addition of only one hydrogen because already two hydrogens are there. So can you tell me the number of hydrogens you are adding? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So if you are adding adding 8 hydrogen, so it will give the structure of CH3 single bond, CH2 single bond, CH2 single bond, CH2 single bond, CH2 single bond, CH3. Okay, so the number of hydrogens are in the eighth number. So that's why you can say the structure is N-hexane. So if supposed to be the formation of N-hexane is going to take place, if suppose the formation of N-hexane is going to take place, then it should be the six carbons in the glucose. The six carbons in the glucose should arrange linearly. Okay, the six carbons in the glucose should arrange linearly. Are you getting my point? Artha ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? So it is very important. You should know each and every. Please write down the formula. This is for example. You can say the based on the number of hydrogen, how many carbons are present. We can say that, right? So for that, I'm giving an one example. Write the open chain structure for your C8H16O8. Write aldehyde group in the top: CHO, CHOH, 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 CH2OH. Can you calculate the number of hydrogen and oxygens are present? So you should write CHO in the top and six CHOH in the middle, and the last one is CH2OH. I'm counting the number of carbon. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. The number of hydrogen: 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, it's also right. Number of oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then, so the formula what you are writing it's C8H16O8. So I'm just replacing the OH with your H. I'm just replacing the OH with your H, and we need to satisfy the valency of your carbon. We need to satisfy the valency of your carbon. So for that, for the first carbon, we are adding 3 hydrogen, that is H3. For the second one, 1, third one, 1, fourth one, 1, fifth one, 6, 1, seventh one, 1, eighth one, 1. Okay. Can you just count down the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if H is equal to 10, okay, if H is equal to then 10, it should be of N octane. It should be of N octane. Are you getting my point? So based on the number of hydrogens are going to attach to your molecule, we can say how many glucose are there, how many, what is the arrangement of those glucose. Okay, are you understand? Can you able to get my point? Speak out.